You ever see a brand launch something and immediately think, well, y'all did not have enough people in the room? American Eagle teamed up with Sydney Sweeney. Yes, blonde, blue eyed, all American Sydney, and they went all in. Billboards in Times Square, the Las Vegas Sphere, and a custom Sydney jean. And the big punchline? Great jeans. Spelled like great genes, like DNA. Now, they meant it as a cheeky pun. Sydney even says it in the ad. Genes are passed down from parent to offspring. My genes are blue. And she gives a little wink. The brand gives a little push, and they were ready to go viral. My name is Angelique Phipps. I've worked in public relations and crisis communications for nearly 20 years. I help brands shape stories and survive backlash when they miss. And this was a blueprint for what happens when clever overrides critical thinking. Because here's what the public actually heard: blonde hair, blue eyes, great genes. A campaign wrapped up in Americana and nostalgia, reinforcing beauty standards that have been exclusionary for decades. And whether American Eagle meant to or not, they wandered right into a eugenics-coded language and didn't realize it until the internet was already halfway through the backlash. And then right on cue, Fox News ate it up. They ran with it as another woke outrage moment, and they ignored the critique and turned it into a culture war prop. From a PR standpoint, that is the worst case scenario, when your campaign becomes someone else's talking point. So here's the thing. They had a charitable angle. The custom jeans were created to support a domestic violence hotline, but by the time anyone got to that part, it really didn't matter. The visuals and the messaging had already triggered cultural red flags, so what looked playful in the pitch room felt exclusionary in the public, and the campaign collapsed under the weight of its own design. This is a case study in tunnel vision. It wasn't bad intent, it was bad systems. A campaign engineered for virality, but never vetted for meaning. The people in the room probably called it iconic, but the public called it exactly what it looked like. So what's the lesson here? You can't stress test a message for how it will travel. You have to stress test it for what it actually says. Language isn't neutral. Visuals aren't innocent. And history shows up even when your brand isn't ready for it. This wasn't about intent. It was about impact. And if you're in the room where these decisions get made, start asking better questions before the internet answers them for you.